citrus. Not looking bad. If you go and you look at the new nurseries that CPBL has put up in Red Bank, they're fantastic. And they're doing an awesome job. They've put a lot of research into that to try to see how we can get on top of this greening. And yes, again, the greening. The greening is something that I think we have to attack. And I have tried to do that in the short time I'm Minister of Agriculture, because there was too much infighting in the industry. That infighting even resulted in a branch off and a new association being formed. They went to court. The attorneys in here are well familiar with those cases. In fact, sugar people went to court first. And there was a ruling of the court under the Constitution that freedom of association exists. You can't force somebody to join an association. As a result of that, the citrus people did the same, and Citrus Mutual was formed. So you have two associations. Very unfortunate, but working too. Government didn't bring in banks. Again, banks is a company which was negotiated with the CPBL and negotiated with them as a private sector deal. The only thing government did with ASR, and it didn't do it with banks, did it with ASR, was give them a concession which runs out this year. A limited concession. When you look at fish and fish products, a new company called Rainforest has just inaugurated a state-of-the-art processing plant in Independence there, where they're now shipping fin fish all over the world. And I understand that the demand in Asia for Belizean fish is high. And they're doing lobsters too, whole lobsters with the head cooked, pre-cooked, all sorts of things they're doing. And they're buying from local fishermen. Okay, I have a lot of pictures of the fishermen. Crowd around me for sure. Yeah, boss, we're happy, we're good, we could sell them. It's a Jamaican company, but it fits in under the CSME thing, and it's working. The biggest part of this budget is to do personal emoluments and pensions. That is the biggest part. You're already at 60%. And guess what happened? Nobody else slight the old people in for having worked so hard and now they get any pension. The rest are goods and services. Yes, we could turn off light here and there, but goods and services you have to pay. And then, of course, you have the debt service interest. You will have to pay your interest. And then you have the subsidies. Subsidies are basically, if you look in the budget, you'll see what they give to schools for the under the church-state program. So if you're going to oppose the budget or not support it, you're saying, well, man, I could stop that. And yes, I understand that there are some numbers here and there, but it is heads that you're approving. And then these monies are allocated, and what it says, it gives the ministry the authority to use up to so much. And if they use beyond that, they have to come back. But then that is done through finance officers and through smart stream system and through the financial secretary, and there's a heck of a lot of controls. It's not like a free-for-all. In fact, I could tell you, having been in government, I learned some serious lessons, because I had thought when this was budgeted that this may be given to us to spend. No works at all. That time you have to go to the financial secretary and you have to beg and plead, and you only give a quarter of what you got because he only could release money as they are getting in money. So sometimes you're the love for price up. Many, many times you'll see budgets not completely spent by the time this financial year come around for two reasons. One, you couldn't get the thing done, or two, you couldn't get the money. So that is what we're asking. We're asking senators here today, given all that has been said and done, this is not government revenue, this is government spending, where the law says, Finance and Audit Act and the Constitution says, before the government spends any money from the consolidated fund, it needs to get the permission of the National Assembly. That's what we're doing.